Okay.
There's another episode of Big and Stupid Game Reviews. I'm Stupid Jay.
Big Mike.
What are we reviewing today?
Today we're going to be reviewing Splatterhouse.
Splatterhouse.
Came out a while ago, but it's
not this year yet, wasn't it?
Yeah. But it was still a while ago.
Was it? Okay.
But it's something that
well, I didn't get to play it till recently, so my fault.
Well, it came out
and you played it and I didn't.
And we both played it, so
now we review it.
Now we review it.
Very good.
So let's go.
Alright, well, I like a lot about this game.
Good.
Like, the CG sequences are, for this studio, these are some better CG sequences that I've seen in matter of fact, I think they're better than Call of Duty Black Ops CG sequences. I mean, I think they look really, really good. The story isn't anything you haven't seen before, but it's actually a really good story. And I like the ending. Had a nice little twist at the end. Nothing in like Shyamalan style or nothing, but it was good. It was good story wise. I liked a lot of the little hidden stuff to find. A lot of the collectibles, listening to the audiograms. The journals, reading up on those, seeing over a decade's worth of suffering the evil doctor went through. It's just a good, old school horror style feel to it. Not when you actually play it, obviously, but it's a beat 'em up game straight up. So you can't mix horror and beat 'em ups. It just doesn't work. It didn't work in the original Splatterhouses. They weren't scary or anything then either.
They weren't supposed to be scary back then. No.
Okay.
Back then, it was shocking.
Oh.
Because you were this guy and you were killing these people and there was all this blood and holy cow, this is controversial. Now it's like, oh hey, you're this big guy and you're killing all these guys and there's blood. I've seen it 50 times this month.
Yeah.
It's so it didn't do anything new to the series. It just took something that happens all the time anymore.
Well, yeah,
and just made it's a very generic action beat 'em up, third person. Holy shit! How many games are they gonna make like this type of game? It's like Duke Nukem. Fun in its time, but its time has passed. It had the only parts I liked about this game were the side scrolling, the classic because they had this classic side scrolling parts.
Every level had them.
Yeah, that played like the old Splatterhouse games. So it was just nostalgia. If it was...
I thought it was a good mix. It felt like a nice breakup from an arena, fight, next arena, fight.
Yeah.
Then I have a nice 2D side scroller to break it up, and then arena, fight, boss.
Yeah. Side scroller parts were nice. They reminded me of when I first started playing games. All the other parts, the God of War style combat arenas, I do it all the time now, but in better games, like God of War. The platforming is horrible, horrible, horrible platforming. Third person does not work for platforming. And especially when your camera doesn't agree with you. When your camera doesn't agree with what you want it to do, and you still have to platform, that's a problem.
No, absolutely. That's definitely one of the bad things that stuck out to me is there are times where the camera is just all over the fucking place. And the only time it's really good is during your arena fights, basically, and your boss fights. But yeah, the platforming sections, they're not great because you have to do all those jumping areas, and then you also have you're almost 3D in a way with the way the camera's going. And then there are other parts which they make this mistake, which a lot of games do, where they give you weird camera angles to make it look more like a movie or dramatic, and which is cool, and I understand it for a CG sequence, not for actual gameplay, because it usually just makes the controls more difficult and makes it a pain in the ass. It does this, not often, but if that's definitely a pet peeve, then it's going to get to you. It's going to get to you in this game.
It did it enough to make me almost just stop playing the game because I know what good platforming is. I play good platformers. So there's no reason for me, if the game's not giving me anything else, if the game's just giving me generic combat, the combat's fine. Don't get me wrong, the combat's fine.
Works fine.
But I can get that in a million other games. The side-scrolling stuff, fine. Again, I have 9 consoles hooked up in my house, old ones, new ones. I can get good side-scrolling platforming, no problem. So when you give me something that's as bad as the 3D platforming in this game, that's enough to turn me off. Because I've played hundreds of thousands of games in my lifetime. Probably. That might be an over-exaggeration.
I know I've played more than 10.
I've played a lot of games. And if you can't give me anything different or make anything better, then I don't need you. That's basically how I feel about this game. I played it. I didn't despise it, but it's very forgettable. It's a very forgettable game. It may as well have not existed. And that's how I feel about it. It's fine.
Yeah,
if you like this sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean the combat works the way it's
fine.
supposed to, and that's the meat and potatoes of the game.
Yeah.
Straight. So, if you like just that, you can get through in this game.
Oh,
no
yeah.
problem. Because again, that's the main. That's 80% of this game.
Or you can buy a PS3 and get God of War games.
Yeah. Or if you don't have one like me, then you're stuck with Dante's Inferno and stuff like this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So in all fairness, this is what we got. But it's super bloody. It's super gory. It's ridiculous. It's funny. There's a lot of great interactions between the Mask and Rick. That especially if you just let the controller alone and go take a leak and come back, there are some great conversations they're having. But it's that little stuff that I love about games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like the upgrade system. I mean, I'm finding myself hooking up combos to get the max amount of blood, because the currency in this game is blood. Just throw that out so you know. But I'm maximizing combos to maximize the amount of blood and splatter kills and all the other special moves, so I can unlock the next thing in my skill tree.
Yeah.
Because I was literally having that much fun with the combat. But again, that's what this game is.
Again,
straight
yeah,
up.
and it works. The combat does work.
Big boss battles are big, and if you want to use the God of War analogy, it's completely fair. It's wear it down to a certain point, and then it's quick time events. Nothing too complicated in this though. Pretty simple stuff. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was a good, fun game. Doesn't give you much. There's nothing multiplayer, and other than the main campaign, you can replay your any chapter you want, or replay the whole game in a Game Plus mode with all your opened options, which is of course even more fun. It's great to go back in the beginning and whip the guys' asses that kicked your ass earlier in the game. But then the rest is just survival arenas for other than the main campaign. And the survival arenas, they're pretty cool. There's secret missions to unlock while doing those, timed events and some neat little stuff. But I thought this game, even during the campaign, I thought it was good variety.
Yeah,
there was timed events, the platforming events, the survival waves. There's a lot of mini bosses, a shitload of mini bosses.
Yeah.
So I thought it gave you a good variety, and it kind of kept it broken up.
Yeah, it's a fine game. It's just one of those things where.
Well, if you play better, I can see why that this.
And it's not even better. It's just different.
Yeah.
It gives you nothing that 100 other games don't give you, and that drives me crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's hard right now in this. We're at a stalemate in games right now in this generation of consoles.
Yeah.
We probably won't see anything too different till next year easily.
Yeah.
With the new consoles, and even then, you gotta still wait.
That's why I get a lot of the indie games, the downloadable games, Portal, stuff like that, RPGs. Even they're not that different.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those games that didn't give me anything I wanted.
Well, I had a fun time playing it. I enjoyed it. I got it for I actually bought this new for $7.50 because of a store going out of business, and I'm like, that seems like a fair price for this game. So for $7.50, I totally got my money's worth in this game.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd pay more than $25 for this game personally.
No, 15 probably.
Because it's good. I definitely get my replay value, but I don't. Other than doing the challenge maps, I don't see myself playing it much more than past that.
No.
Other than unless I was achievement hunting the hell out of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, some
if
people
I got, like,
do that. But
I mean, if you got like 4 achievements that are like driving me crazy, then maybe I'd keep playing it. But this game's actually pretty good with achievements too, if you like to collect them, because you get a lot. In
yeah,
just
I
your
think I
first
ran. I
playthrough.
think I ran through it once, and I got.
Easily half of them, I bet you.
Oh
More
yeah.
than that.
Oh yeah. No, I probably got like
3/4 of them.
700 points worth.
Yeah.
And that's. I don't care about finishing up games for achievements. So.
But I'm saying, if you're an achievement hunter,
Yeah.
this is up your alley as well.
Oh yeah.
So I recommend it. I enjoyed it.
But if you just want some mindless.
Beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
Slash, blood, gore.
I mean, I would personally for this type, I would rather play Warhammer Space Marine. But it's fine. That's fine. It's fine. I give it a 15 out of 60. That means I would pay $15 for it.
All right. Well.
Oh.
Oh my God.
That was not good.
Well.
Okay.
Thank
On
you.
that note,
we'll see you next week. And don't forget to subscribe and friend us on Facebook at Big and Stupid. That's stupid with 2 O's.
2 O's.
All right. See you next week.